anything at all.
Yeah, you're smart. You kind of keep your mouth shut when it comes to these
Yeah.
kind of things. You know, you don't want to be caught out, you know.
But you know what they
Uh,
say, scare money don't make money.
True, true. They also say fake it till you make it, Ted, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But right now, the swing out towards middle. It's Luchov to find the first, and Desh already out of the pistol. Leo Monster is going to strike next with a little refrag, but look at the damage done to the CT side here. This is not looking very healthy at all for any of the defensive pistols, but it looks a little bit better with that kill. The Julies, they peek out from the underpass, and they claim a life for their own.
That's actually awkward. Alison's on the B-bomb side, and I don't think they realize it. They should know there is a possibility, but you still have one player just jumping in Palace. Kutzmarez is all alone on the other side of the map. That's a really confusing round, and it's going to get even more confusing. Noxy can actually walk out on the B-bomb side, deny the bomb plant, and they're going to have no idea. Yeah, there's no one to protect the bomb planter. He's just going to try and stick it. That's awkward. I think Noxy gets spotted there. There's the top of the bomb, and the bomb gets dropped. The position of Allison doesn't really make a difference. Oh, it will actually make a difference. Finds the kill on short and is going to be able to ding the second player now because Morez has one trapped in ramp, which means that Allison is going to have a 1 versus 2, and he's going to win the first 1v1 towards the B-bomb side. And now the low HP is going to be a massive problem for Isurus. Even though it's a 1 versus 2 clutch for Allison, he's got the Glock, and both of them are really, really low.
Yeah, literally a sneeze away from death. Allison just needs to find 2 bullets, but he won't get the chance to shoot any. It is going to be Reversive with that headshot, and, well, they'll go scavenge whatever they can find on that bomb site before they get the defuse off, and Julies are really the only prize to be claimed, other than, of course, the round win, which is probably the most important aspect of this. So Isurus starting well on this CT side. They will take this advantage, but bomb plant and a few of those kills will mean that, you know, there might even be an AK in this force by next.
Yeah, that was an awkward pistol. You could see that Allison was thinking that they might be focused a little bit more in middle, and he was right in that assumption. So he pretty much went for the short fight. Managed to take down one of the, I think the only actually high HP member on the side of Isurus as well. So made it doable for himself. But Kutzmarez going down over towards the A-bomb side doesn't really help him out in that endeavor. Still, they're going to be able to go for a force buy. At least the bomb plant, a couple of kills. There's going to be some rifles in the mix. Well, I say some rifles. There's going to be 3 AKs. Kutzmarez has even dropped an AK to one of his teammates, but they've already lost 2 of them. Well, all 3 of them. That was quick.
Oh, I've been there, Dash, mate. I really, really have. Knife out, just standing still going, oh no, this has gone wrong. This has gone so wrong.
You know what this is? This is Dash, knife out. He's like, okay, guys, I have those nades. I have a smoke, a flash. I'm gonna do that and that and that. As you're explaining what your idea is, everyone just dies. You're like, all right. Maybe next time we'll have more luck.
Maybe next time. You'd hope so. You would hope so. Luchov is going to add 1 more kill to his tally. And, well, Desh, he is going to have to go alone in his endeavors. And, I mean, at this stage, it is just maximum damage from the metagaming player. Actually, now that I say it,
there is the kill and gets a plant?
Yeah. That could be everything and more, right? I mean, but Isurus, they're slowly clearing out ramp. They're clearing out middle. Surely the penny is going to drop soon as he walks his way in towards B. But still, if he manages to find the insta-headshot on the player towards window, oh, close. They might get a plant here. Drops the smoke, but Deco is just going to spot him out before it does blossom. And upgrades to an AK for his troubles as well. A clean second round from Isurus, and now they only have to deal with some pesky pistols in the next round.
Yeah, that's a tough blow for metagaming. Not only you lose the round, but it was actually a hefty investment, you know. Kutzmarez actually goes for the ultimate sacrifice. He drops over an AK. I think he had only a P250 with no armor and maybe a flash and a smoke. And in the end of the day, they don't really achieve anything with it. Not even a bomb plant, not a single kill. And that's going to do wonders for the CT side economy, by the way. After this round, it's going to be blooming. Well, considering they don't lose a couple members to pistols, which they shouldn't be on paper.
On paper.
On paper. And maybe on wood. Or on glass. It depends.
Oh no, you definitely put yourself on glass, Ted, as Kutzmarez is going to cut right through Deco with those Deagle bullets. Luchov now looking for maybe his teammates who are going to be making their way out of the balcony. But it's only Allison with him. Oh, Kutzmarez has found a second. No way. Noxa didn't realize a player could be that close. And reverse Eve, he's been taken down as well. This is all falling apart from Isurus. This was meant to be the round that, you know, you start building up your money. You start tightening your grip on this first half, you know, just keep building up the confidence, but not to be. It has been shattered all around him. And it's going to peek now towards short. Oh, it's a beautiful shot towards bench. The headshot landed onto Allison through the bench as well. Both players now pushing in from the short position. Cuthberts is now out of the round, thankfully for Isurus, and it's a 1 versus 1. Dash only with a deagle. He cowers behind the bench. Luchov, he needs to be ready for him, but he's been tagged down even lower, 6 HP. But against 35, Dash not looking too healthy himself. He's still dancing around the bomb site. Luchov can't connect on the shot, but neither can Dash. Luckily, the swing comes in, but Dash is going to hold. He lands the shot, and what a round that is. Cuts Moretz from 0 to 3 kills in that round as metagame and go from 0 to 1 round.
Well, that's a big mistake from Deco, by the way, because Moretz just contacts his way towards the B-bomb side. And you can see that the comms were maybe a little bit off there because Noxy didn't have an idea that there could be a player already in kitchen, even though they had the short guy spot 2 players dropping out of the apartment. So a bit of an awkward one for Isurus. Surely not how you want to let your opponents get on the board on their map pick. It was designed to be a really good start here on the CT side of Mirage, but not really meant to be. And I tried to hype up their economy. It's pretty much gone now, and Desh has gotten himself on an AWP and already picked up the opening kill. Mayern is going to go down. By the way, I don't know what you think about it because, you know, usually Mayern was an AWP, right? He was an oper, but now it's a bit of a he's just doing the secondary oping on this team, and in recent history, like in the recent couple months, he's been actually just doing secondary oping. I'm not sure how you feel about this one because I actually like him on the big green.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting when you see, you know, teams pick up, you know, 2 primary operas, do you know what I mean? And then one has to kind of bite the bullet, really, and
yeah,
just go into a different role. But I don't know. I think I prefer Nox on it if I'm.
Oh yeah, and that team for sure.
Yeah, I think it does work better, of course, but. You know, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes, you know, you pick up the wrong player. We've seen it with Apex, you know, picking up Chalsey, you know, putting him on a role that he wasn't comfortable with. It didn't work out at all. But enough about EUCS. Back to the South American scene is Isurus. They need to kind of put a stop to this play out towards A. Now, they have done so successfully so far. Desh and Allison have been stumped just that little bit. Allison is going to swing wide. Noxa comes through that top con smoke. Desh can only find one. Noxa will get that refrag, showing that he can do it with the M4 as well as the AWP. And it is going to be Isurus now rectifying that lost round in the previous.
Yeah, you know, it's actually kind of fun. I was just about to make a point that I think Mayern with the rifle is more effective than Noxy could be with it, and then he gets a triple kill, so I can't really use that as a valid point anymore. But, you know, he gets to upgrade onto an AWP. That was a lovely round from Noxy. Obviously, the man with a lot of responsibility on the side of Isurus, not only primarily oping, but doing a lot of supportive work as well. Initiating a lot of the opening kills on the T side, which is something that you should be prepared of, rather for, in the South American region. A lot of aggressive opers, even though the meta isn't like that in the scene overall. But that should be a free round, and it looks like it's gonna be one. That is what the previous round, like the previous round where metagaming had the pistols, was supposed to look like. That's an example.
Very clean so far.
Allison is a nightmare. I don't know how he always finds a way to get down on the B-bomb side. No matter if he does damage or no, he's always down on the side somehow. Look at him.
Always just seems to creep his way out there, yeah.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, just...
I paid my rent, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm here.
I live there.
I'm allowed to be here.
Yeah.
Well, he does
Glass
get out.
cannon on the T side.
Yeah, that's interesting now to see already brought out from metagaming. So maybe realizing, you know, we need to get Dash on an AWP early on. You know, that is probably the win condition in the majority of these rounds. You know, we've seen even rounds that, you know, the round that they lost towards A, Dash was the one to pick up a few kills. But Actually, not on a glass can. He does actually have armor, so
Oh, yeah,
maybe,
I didn't
maybe,
see that. I'm
maybe
sorry.
maybe a
Yeah.
late boy have armor.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
was just following you. I was just following you there, Ted, leading me off a cliff
Yeah,
there,
you
mate.
know what? You know what? I have my cup of coffee. I haven't actually taken a sip.
Yeah, okay.
I'll blame it on that.
Yeah. Not that it's 4 o'clock or whatever it is in Bulgaria right now.
Nope. We don't speak about that.
Leo Monster, an absolute monster out from the underpass. Cuts Mertz is actually going to just be swinging wide. He's going to be able to find that kill. Oh, dash off the mark. Needs to be a lot cleaner than that if he wants to take down Deco. Luchov is going to be able to find Cuts, who is, of course, made his way out and found an entry on A. And Desh is now in the 1v2. Does have that AWP, of course, to work with, but Isurus are very aware that that is his weapon of choice. And they've decided to actually split the defenses here.
That's actually a good play. Lucho's gonna get aggressive into Palace, and I assume he just wraps ramp here. He doesn't really want to leave the A-bomb side. Even if Desh gets the bomb down, which he'll take his time with, basically, because he needs to clear out a lot of angles here. But even if he gets it down, he's never going to be ready for that player towards the ramp area. He's considering Palace. You can see it, but Luchov is going to be so quick towards the ramp. And now they have the confirmation. Smoke's actually going to give him a bit of cover. He's going to be able to go over towards CT. Deco needs to be really careful, and he knows there is a possibility. You can see he's just holding for it. He's not going to move a muscle. He's just waiting. Oh, timing's actually perfect for Desh. They don't realize it. Now they should.
Yeah, they've cleared out the majority of these positions. They're looking for the bomb, and they found it, but they've also found Desh now. AWP connects on the first and the second as well as Metagaming. They will connect on a second round. Desh with the 1v2 clutch coming up with the goods, of course, highlighting that high impact rating that he does have for this side. Put in a position to clutch up, and he's able to do so.
Yeah, that's the... I guess that's the... You know, every single thing has its pros and cons. I guess this is the good side of having Desh playing a bit more of a supporting role with the AWP. You know, you're setting up a lot of your teammates. A lot of Opers actually don't feel comfortable doing that on the T side. A lot of them want to get invested into those early fights, but he's going to lose it this time around. Still, though, when he does a good job in the clutch, it's really effective. This time it's not Allison, it's Kutzmarez that's going to try and catch a good timing towards the B-bomb side. Looks like Deco doesn't really know about this, so... might get surprised. Headshot on the spot. Go for it. Decapitate him. Give him a haircut. Fresh fade. Bonus one. You can hear him jumping. Come on. Ah, he missed it.
Able to find that opportunity. To be fair, Deco, not in need of a fade. Looking very, very sharp there. It's actually Luchov who has been picking up the majority of the kills in this game so far. A second in the round for him. 10 already. Isurus have cut the metagaming numbers down to just 3. It's ABR and Allison now who are left. ABR yet to register a kill. I haven't been saying his name all that much. Well, he's got to be hoping that that changes in this round. It's a 1v5. Knocks it. Finds a kill with that AWP.
Yeah, and he's joining the special squad if he dies here without a kill.
Yeah.
Want to make sure you stay out of that club. Even though it's an elite club, it's not where you want to be. It looks cool, but it's not great. Still, though, a lot of these rounds on the T side, I feel like, have been just around metagaming trying to find openings on the contact plays, don't you think? I mean, it feels a little bit flat in terms of like having a bigger idea than just going for the standard default and hoping that your A anchor, your B anchor are going to be able to find something, hoping that the middle presence is going to be victorious and the players towards mid are going to be able to find the kills and maybe get you a man advantage from that point. It just feels like even when they have an idea, it all relies on getting the early opening kill, and unless they do, it's just falling apart.
It's something that they struggle to do so far, mate. It's just, they can't seem to, get out and find that opening kill in a lot of these situations. It's been Isurus getting very, very aggressive, and knocks on that AWP has been a problem to deal with. Once again, Desh is not going to have the funds to go for an AWP to really challenge him, and even when Noxa has been bested, Luchov has been quite good himself. ABR taking a lot of damage there. He's the only man with a rifle in this round as they explode out towards this A site. Leo Monster will find that kill. Main will get a double, but metagame and get a bomb plant. That's what they're after here. Kutsmaretz tries to get his hands on that Galil if he can, but it's just a little bit too far out of reach. Now, Mejor and Luchov need to be a little bit careful here. They're both very, very low, but Noxa and Deco should be rotating in to offer their support, and that's exactly what they do. They pick up every single kill on that site. Bomb plant is good for metagaming, but it's not going to result in a round, which they need to hope is going to change in the next few, or Isurus will begin to continue to pull away.
Yeah, that was a good reaction from Isurus. You know, a lot of these rounds have been dangerous with the pistols, but even though you lose your player towards CT and reverse, if you were able to kind of bounce back into it, Luchov again with a really important kill, Mejor with a huge double. When you think about it, though, the only 2 rounds that metagaming, even though it's a 6-2 score, you know, it's not out of the window. It's still salvageable, but the only 2 rounds you've won were an eco and a 1 versus 2 clutch from your Oper. That's not going to be happening every single time. So you need to switch it up a little bit, and maybe the fast smokes towards middle with the A bomb side are going to be the answer. Bit of a quicker split there. Might be on the cards. Slowed down by utility. Speaking of slowing down, you know what's the best way to slow down your utility in CS? Get nice skins. Always works for me.
It is indeed. It is going to speed up a little bit here, Ted, though, towards the A ramp. We thought maybe they might just make their way out, but it's River C to put a stop to the first player. Leo Monster doesn't get past that ramp smoke that was up. A minute left now for metagaming to really make up their mind. River C trying to maybe get a little bit more than just one. Luchov is going to find another headshot, another head, another victim that he is going to claim. Receive now hiding on default. He's not going to be spotted just yet, and Allison completely blindsided by him. The swing out. Mejor has got his teammate covered, and Desh has to get away from there once again. He is on a glass cannon this time, and it has come all crumbling down. It's shattered all around him in terms of the round, and Deco, he might even take him down here, not looking the right way. He will definitely find that kill. 7-2, another clean round. Isurus are not losing very many numbers here in a lot of these rounds, which is going to make this first half even more difficult for metagaming than it already is.
Yeah, it feels like every single time the CTs have the right idea. And again, metagaming did have the idea to go a little bit quicker out of ramp, but then you have the utility coming in, and it's just the protocol nades. It's not like Isurus have a perfect call, a perfect idea on what's being thrown, right? It's just the nades that you're throwing every single round towards the ramp to make sure that there's no fast plays coming in. And that's what's enough to stop them. And that's what's enough to just make them be like, okay, you know what? We delay. We don't have a plan B. We just slow it down. We hope that we can contact our way out. And if we don't, well, we go again in a couple of rounds. But question is that going to be actually all right in the long term? Because right now, Isurus are looking quite solid on the CT side. They haven't really been losing a lot of people either. So money's going to be looking all right. As you can see now, the pistols aren't causing too many chaos as well. Too many issues. Well, too much chaos. It's interesting, though. Do you know an interesting fact, by the way? This is something that was brought up to my attention. Actually, Isurus, in their first game that they played, in their round of 16 game, they won 33 out of 46 rounds on the CT side.
That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous conversion rate from them. Oh, Isurus, they have put up quite a defense right here so far, and Luchov now is going to have to put up the defense here alone. We've kind of overshadowed this round a little bit here. Metagaming have turned it into something that might just work. Allison waiting to pull the trigger, but he's not going to be able to do it. Oh, he is going to be able to leg Luchov, but it's not going to reward him with a kill. And they're looking for Allison. He's making a lot of noise now, rotating all the way in towards Market. Now, Luchov has the cross, but he gets off it. We have enough time. Well, he finds that first kill, looking for the second player. Now he knows he's there, knows that Receive is going to be making his way through Market. But Allison, he's got his sights set on this bomb plant, realizing even if he does lose this round, bomb plant is going to help things in the next. But he will get it down. He's looking for it, and he will find it. Allison, a beautiful shot there. A 1v2 clutch, and that was only the pistols, Ted, that actually bested Isurus that time. Problems maybe for the Argentinian side to kind of deal with the Brazilians when it comes to only the Tech 9s.
Yeah, and it was a 5 versus 3 that you lose as well, right? I mean, you found the first 2 opening kills. We were just praising them for being a little bit better when it comes to the anti-ecos, but they've lost another one. I think this is the purpose of this tactical timeout. you realize that you're outplaying your opponents right now. You feel like you're the better team in the server, but whenever they've been with the pistols, you've been just giving away rounds for free. And you know you can't really afford that, right? And by the way, going back to the statistic that I shared with you a couple seconds ago, I actually had to be a little bit more precise about it. Out of the 46 rounds in total that they won in the series, 33 of them were on the CT side, which is, again, a testament to their CT side. It was really good, but their T sides are pretty problematic. This is kind of, you might call me a bit of a half empty glass of water person, but I'd say that this is more of a negative thing for Isurus. Even though their CT sides are good, their T sides are really lackluster. So when you're giving away rounds like that for free, you're always going to feel like there's a bit of pressure because you know your offense isn't too great. So you kind of want to make it look like a one game from the first half, and now you've actually allowed metagaming to think about recovering here.
Yeah, you've given them a way back into the game. You've given them a little bit of hope. You need to kind of strangle out that hope and make sure that doesn't happen. Like, look at this timing that Cuts is after getting there. He's after walking up. They're rotating completely away from B now. They've taken a massive risk. This is a big gamble. Cuts could just walk out on this B bomb site and just take it for free. But Deco is going to make his way back, and it doesn't look like Cuts is capitalized, really. So, Isurus are safe enough for the moment. Metagaming will make their way out middle, and Isurus decide just to play from sights. Deco will get it into a 4v4 before we continue.
Does that push them into an A split, rather? I think it should. You have no further presence in B apartments. You surely need to go A right now, even if you wanted to go B initially. And it is going to be B. They're committing to it, and that could be a bit of a problem. Deco's still towards the B-bomb side. Luchov is in a fast rotation. Deco spotted one. He's going to go for rotations. Noxy is going to drop Leo Monster. Deco falls down. But now you have a really quick player in Luchov that's going to make his way towards the back of the side. Manages to get another one on the board. And now he just needs to stay alive. Now he just needs to win time. And he's going to go for more. ABR is going to be able to take him down, getting his second kill of the game. But it might be enough in the round. A 2 versus 1 after ABR picks up another. And now it's just Noxy.
He swapped to the AK as well. Both players are low, and that, of course, has been communicated now to, and that we usually see on the AWP, but peeks into two angles at once, and not a lot you can really do about that. I mean, he just walks right into the crosshairs of both metagaming players. It's a lovely opening pick from Desh to be found. Luchov, he was forced, of course, into taking another fight there. He didn't want it. He knew that if he just stays alive, that's happy. You know, it's happy days. The rotations are coming in, but that molly just forces him into a fight. He has to swing, and then he goes down. 7-4, metagaming. They are making a game of this. They are bringing it slowly back. Their T side looking better by the second. Cuts has been very good at, prying entries and finding these openings and these timings. He was a little bit unfortunate in that last round out towards B, but he is going to maybe try his luck again. It's a very, very passive default for metagaming here, though.
Yeah, I think this is the first round where you know that Isurus really are lacking in terms of money. So you don't really want to rush into it. You don't want to give them anything away for free. You know utility is not going to be great. You want to give them the chance to get aggressive. You want to give them the chance to feel uncomfortable on the defense for the first time in a long time, to be fair. Maybe for the first time since the beginning of the half here. No, haven't really seen too much of a weak economy from Isurus yet, but might be the latter stages where it all crumbles. Luchov going to be the first one to be tested towards ladder, but look at Deco. He's really close here.
Oh, Luchov only with a FAMA still makes it work. The headshot landed. Allison will play no further part in this round. It's going to be Noxa to get Leo Monster as he makes his way up connector. He was behind a Molotov. Desh gets that refrag for a second. Oh, he's been dinked up 10 HP. Not very healthy. Cutsmaret's not looking too healthy either. Both T players very low towards middle as Rev Receive drops ABR out towards A. And this is a perfect round for Isurus right now.
Oh,
Cutsmaret's, there's one. Mayern had to be quick there to make sure that one didn't turn into two. But it doesn't matter. 13 seconds left. It isn't all that much time. Desh just has to save onto this AWP. Isurus get back to winning ways. They secure at least the first half victory with this 8 CT round.
Yeah, you got a little bit into your heads in this round. You could see that they didn't really want to make the first move, as soon as they did, they weren't ready for Isurus to just start peeking into them. The contact play doesn't work out. And I was just about to praise them for realizing that their opponents don't really have the utility and just slowing things down and waiting for the aggression, but Isurus didn't really give them anything to work with, so they kind of felt forced to walk into them, and we also how this one worked out. And now we're back to the starting point. Metagaming, not a lot of cash to work with, just the AWP for Dash, pistols for the rest. Leo Monster's actually going to get a lot of ground early on, securing middle. That's not going to give him too much information right now. All that he knows is that there's a lot of Isurus players focused on the B and the A bomb sites. And the A one is going to be the one that Metagaming go for.
Receive. Now a little bit panicked after that leg coming in from Desh. Of course, he is the only man with the rifle, so he is going to have to be the man to do the damage for metagaming. Cutsmaret's now going to be using this nice little one-way from Palace, but he's not going to spot all that much. Desh will find a kill, however. Oxer still needs to be very, very careful that the Palace player doesn't come out, but Luchov has his teammate covered. Flash goes over, completely blinds the upper, and Desh will take advantage of that, but Marin is still here, top stairs. Refrag for refrag, not looking too good in terms of money for Isurus, and it's definitely not looking good because ABR has found a second deagle shot, Allison with the last, and once again, metagaming just turn nothing into something. A fifth round on the board for the T side. Man, oh man, Isurus are really struggling to close them rounds out or even just kind of get a handle on things because metagaming, they just play it slow. They look for the picks and Isurus just seem to give them up for nothing.
Yeah, they were so afraid of not letting them recover the AWP and the M4 that they kind of overpeaked into it, and a couple of really nice shots from ABR. We must give him that. He was on to an 0-7 start, if I'm not mistaken, and now he's 6-10. So, we've seen him pick up a couple crucial kills, and he's been really good with the Deagle, some crisp shots. And now, once again, no money for the CT side. You lose that round, we could be looking at an 8-7 which is going to be more than perfect for metagaming, considering the position they were in a little bit earlier. There's the aggression, ABR holding for it. A really tough angle for Luchov. First goes in favor of the T side, and now you can just slow it down. Now you can just control the map. They have no nades. You can smoke off whatever you want. You can go for the short split. Long range finds aren't going to be all right for Isurus, so what you need to focus on right now, just make sure you can refrag efficiently. And they look like they haven't made a decision. Well, now they have. It's going to be B. You've just posted Leo Monster, but he might be going down, and he will be going down.
Oh, Deco?
Okay.
Oh, the right-handed view model cursed him there.
Yeah.
Just couldn't see. Behind that Deagle, Desh will find Reversive making his way towards that B site. And he's just going to lock down the market window. And well, metagaming, they're absolutely everywhere here on this B site. So Isurus don't have a chance to retake. And they're not even going to give it a chance whatsoever. Because money's going to be completely in the bin for the CT side. They need to hang on to these two FAMASes if they want any chance in this next round. And well, metagaming, they really have surprised me here with this kind of comeback on their T side. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it. The way Isurus were playing, but it isn't totally down to the way that, metagaming are playing their T side. There is a lot of mistakes from the CT's point of view.
Yeah, a lot of moments where they feel kind of discombobulated, I guess you can say, but yeah, it's going to be a really good recovery for metagaming in the end of the day. Isurus is going to be feeling really sorry because this is a game that they had. I feel like they had this first half under a lock and key for a really big part of it, Yeah, you lose the round against the Pistols early on, but then you recover. You had, a 6-1 lead, a 7-1 lead at one point, and now it's an 8-6. It's just not looking great. Second tactical timeout for the Argentinian team. For those of you that missed it, obviously they've been Argentinian for 1 month now, I believe. No, it's a little bit longer. It's like 3 months. Yeah, it's like 3 months. Since Mayer and Reversive and Luchov joined in to replace Ali, Destiny, and Gafolo. One of our favorite Brazilian trios. respectively replaced by one of our favorite Argentinian trios. You know, we're really excited to see them in action. Haven't been that successful so far in Mirage, though. Even though the kill distribution has been fairly alright. I mean, Deco's the only one that's falling a little bit behind, but, you know, Mayor and Reversive, Luchov, Noxy, all of them are picking up the slack. I guess you could say the same for metagaming, even though you don't have people on, well, above 11 kills. Everyone's between 5 and 11, which might not sound great, but so far it's been alright for 6 rounds. And in the end of the day, you don't care about the scoreboard as soon as you win. And it looks like they're going to be able to put themselves in a good position. Last round of the half, 8-6. 3 pistols, 2 Famouses, 2 defuse kits, and not a lot of utility for the CT side.
Dash just holding for the jump spot. Knows Deco likes to go for it. Eventually, you kind of have to give that angle up. It's kind of one that you go early on for, looking for that jump spot. If he goes for it, fair enough. You can maybe find that kill, but if not, you have to go and maybe look for the pick somewhere else. And that's exactly what they're going to do, but they're going to lose that first pick, that first engagement, and it is going to be Luchov with a massive deagle headshot onto the bench. Noxta is going to strike next. Allison down and out towards the catwalk. 40 seconds, and metagaming down to just 3. Isurus looking very good with only the pistols and 2 Famouses, and they have everybody alive as of now. Flash out towards the ramp. The molly is going to force Reversive into a fight that maybe he doesn't want to take. He's burning. It is being heard, but the flash is going to be good. And Mayor will get a second kill as well. ABR can only find 1. Isurus had everything set up there. Everything fell in place there. 9-6 is how that first half is going to finish. But it could have been a whole lot better for Isurus. But on the other side of it, it could have been a whole lot worse for metagaming.
Yeah, I think it's fair. You know, I think Isurus are still happy with 9 on the CT side, even though it could have been a lot better. I think metagaming are going to be extremely happy with getting 6, considering how it all started. But second pistol round about to start now. Coin flip, as we love calling it. Who's getting a jack? Heads or tails? Heads for Isurus, tails for metagaming.
Can I reserve my prediction for after this? Now I'm sticking with Icarus right now, and I've kind of given Reversive. Maybe
I was asking about the pistol round.
Oh, the pistol round.
Yeah.
Oh well, you know that they are definitely a coin flip. They are definitely a coin flip. Oh, Customer X needs to connect on the head here at Deco, as Isurus will have control of this site. ABR has just not moved. It's the perfect bait right now. Dash deep CT as well. But Isurus, they're not fighting for it. They don't want it. They don't really need to. But Deco is going to be taken down on the plant. His teammate can't really cover him. Leo Monster with a big flank, and he could cause all the problems for Luchov and Noxa on the site. Noxa back turn.
No way.
Around P250 to the head. And a second as well. That is massive right now. ABR will get a refrag. He will pick up a kit. And he is just going to drop the smoke. Luchov shoots. He's going to try and rush the planter now and get, rather, the defuser to get him off it. He had to, because the bomb was planted absolutely nowhere near him. That kit enabled ABR, of course, to just stick it and get it down very, very quickly. So the right decision made for Luchov, but not the right result that Isurus were going for.
Wow. Okay, that was impressive, by the way, from Noxy there. Turning around and getting that kill onto the ramp player, that was phenomenal, even doubling up. I think maybe he shouldn't have peeked after getting the second kill, but he was just in the flow. You know, when you get in that killer state, you get 2 kills, insta headshots, and you're like, okay, I'm going to take them all down. You just peek into it, and you don't really realize that if you go down, you might as well lose the round. But, you know, at least they get the bomb down. At least they're going to have the rifles in this one. Reversive, the only one on the pistol. Triple smoke, triple flash, single Molotov for the offense. Hefty rifle investment, by the way, from the metagaming boys. That's a risk. That's a big risk. You have only 1 defuse kit, no grenades whatsoever. Well, bar the 1 smoke and the 1 flash in the hands of ABR and Customer Reds. But if you go down in a round like that, it could come back to bite you. I'm not gonna say what is gonna bite, but it's just gonna bite you. And it's gonna be painful.
Definitely don't want to get bitten. Definitely don't want to get stung. And Metagaming could be in danger of being stung here right now. Cutsmaretz needs to put a stop to these teams that are barreling up on the B side, but he's not able to do so. Desh can only find one, and it is going to be the save, Ted. They have to get out of there. Not a lot you can really do in that scenario at all. I mean, if your B players aren't getting more than one to put a stop to, you know, that really fast B split, the rotations, well, they're not going to be able to do very much either. So, I mean, 7 will turn into 10-7. Double figures now for Isurus on the map pick of Metagame. And of course, D2 is going to be our second map of the day.
Just the second.
Just the second. The sequel. And definitely better. It's actually probably the one thing that, you know, a lot of people say, you know, the sequel,
yeah,
it's never better than the original, but
I'd say
is one of them.
Yeah. I'd say it's not. I wouldn't put it as the sequel. I'd say it's like Dust 2, the Son of Dust, like Dust, the Son of Dust.
Okay.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're making it a royalty thing, and I'd say the Prince is a little bit better than the good old King. You know, we respect the King. He's cool. Might play him in Wingman every now and then, but you know, the Prince is the golden one. Even though he's like a king, so Dust 1 is like the king, like the previous king, the old guy. Yeah. You know, the fella everyone respects, but all of them know he's kind of useless.
I hear you.
Yeah, we still love a good old Dust. Especially when there's some capable opers in the server, you know. Had the chance to actually watch Hades in Finest a couple of days ago, and yeah, it was sick. He was really good.
Always makes it more interesting. Now, what is going to be very interesting is Cutsmaretz in that position, but as I say that, he has been taken care of. ABR is only going to be able to find one on his defense as well. So Isurus really just cutting through metagaming in this round. They have forced up, remember, so they have invested a lot in this, the CTs. And
I think you save again.
It is looking like they have to go for yet another save, but never mind. Actually, I thought for a second with how quick Leo was going towards connected there, we were going to have a retake on our hands, but this is definitely the correct decision. 11-7. Isurus will now extend their lead to 4. And metagaming, because they save these 2 rifles, they will at least have another chance in this next round, but and they are kind of running out of chances and running out of opportunities. And you're saying, you know, Isurus don't really have the best T sides. So far, so good. So far, so good.
I think as soon as you don't get them, you don't let them off the leash, you're gonna be all right. Because so far, Isurus haven't really let metagaming build up their economy and feel comfortable on the defense, right? I mean, the best round so far metagaming have had was the second one after winning the pistol, and that consisted of 5 rifles, but no nades, 2 defuse kits, and you managed to shut them down immediately, and now you can see that they're struggling a little bit. So I guess you just try and keep them in that financial uncertainty that they're in right now, and as soon as they're in that hole, you're gonna be all right. It's been looking quite good. Yeah, that's arguably the best T side so far from them in the tournament. Well, it's far better than the 3 T sides that we had in the round of 16, where they did face MIBR Academy. That was an impressive victory. Luchov was not that great, but today he's been phenomenal. 21 and 11 right now for the man. 21st kill picked up. And it's one of the M4s as well, so it should be a little bit easier. Well, the second one is down as well. 22.
Luchov just really single-handedly getting rid of all metagaming's chances in this 19th round. Unless the Pistols can come up with something massive, but they're all over towards the B side of the map. And Isurus have now a bomb plant as well. And, you know, I'm not really too much of a fan of this from Deco. He is getting out very, very close to the Pistols. Not really worth, you know, hunting these down, of course, because there is literally nothing in the ranks. A P250, so 300 taken away. But Desh has pretty much nothing at all. But they're still going to maybe just look for him.
He
Make
has a
sure
nice
that
USB.
he does indeed. He won't get his hands on a nice M4 though. They are just a little bit too far out of reach as well. But what isn't out of reach is going to be a 12th round for Isurus. Now only 4 away from taking this map, and having a map advantage going over onto Dust 2 is going to be massive for the Argentinians. Because, you know, before this in the pregame, I was saying, you know, I thought Metagaming were going to take this map. I definitely had them as the favorites. You know, if we were looking at it, you know, analytical and statistical point of view, Metagaming were definitely the favorites, the higher win percentage on it. But right now, Isurus are looking quite good. But we haven't seen really too much of a gun round from the CT side. We have an AWP on Dash this time, and we'll see what he can do. We'll see if he can perform. He is, of course, top fragging for the CT side, and he needs to have a massive CT performance here if Metagaming are going to stand a chance.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure in that round as well, because you realize this is your first full-on buy round where you feel comfortable with everything you've got. And you know if you lose it, you're pretty much down in the doldrums. You're pretty much going to be looking at a 7-14 score. So right now, capitalizing on this round has the weight of winning the game. And it looks like Isurus just want to send it over towards the B bomb side. It's going to be a really quick one. Kutsmarez up on the balcony. Oh, not spotted just yet. Knows that there's one player that got dropped. Question is, how many kills can he pick up? Answer, 0. Round over.
He was in a great position as well. Just needed to connect on the short player. That's so unlucky from Kutsmarez, who has actually been quite good. You know, like he was quite good in the first half at actually finding the entry, finding that opening pick. But Isurus have kind of found a little bit of a weak spot here towards B, because that's not the first time that Metagaming have been literally unable to hold it and both B players go down without getting a frag. So Isurus maybe just thinking about going forward, and you know, when they are going forward in this game, to start abusing that a little bit more. 13-7. The difference now is 6 rounds, Ted, and I mean, Isurus, they have the money to go for the hunt. Why not? Let's go take away the off. They have dropped Desh, and Allison is going to try and juggle the guns now away, but Allison, he goes down as well. ABR is the only player. Will he be found out? I don't think so. I think he is just about safe. But this map is definitely not safe for Metagaming anymore.
One thing that's actually made me a little bit curious: both teams defend the B bomb side in a really unorthodox way, right? We don't see the standard just jump spotting. You see a player, you molly under window, you smoke off bench, and then you play behind the smoke and try and find one way and buy time for the rotations. Both teams have been actually fairly aggressive with the way that they're defending the B bomb side, willing to take the fights, and that just makes it really tough for the rotations to be quick enough, because there's not a big window of time between the point of realization of, okay, this is a B hit, and you actually going down and getting into contact with the T's is pretty much the same. So yeah, a bit of a problematic one. And now you just have the M4. It's a Cyrex, the OG. You want to get your hands on one of those babies, make sure you head over to Bitskins. You can buy one, or if you have an M4 that you don't want to use anymore, you can sell it and buy a Prince Stream. I'd advise you that. Prince Stream is a really good skin.
Yeah, I've print streamed everything right now.
Yeah, same. I have the M4, the Diego, and I got the Snow Leopard. I think that's what they were called, the gloves.
I love the way you say leopard, man. Leopard.
Leopard. Yeah. Okay. You know what? That's something that I'm gonna work on, but it's really tough for me to get used to. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's funny, man. It's funny.
Yeah. Leopard. Leopard sounds 10 times cooler.
Yeah, it does, man. That's why I love the way when you say it, man. It's
like you think of a lion, not just a bigger cheetah.
Speaking about print streams, here is Kutsmarez trying to print a few kills. He's going to try and copy and paste that Deagle headshot here. Oh, copy and cut it, and he will knocks it down once again.
Pistols again?
Massive from him and that defense, but out towards that A bomb site go the T's. Dash needs to get Luchov off the plant. He's not able to do so, and he doesn't even get a kill out of that. Oh, Dash goes down. It's another save here. Surely you have to kind of throw caution into the wind here and just kind of go for a round like this, no? Surely you have to attempt the retake in this one, but they're not going to. They back away. They do save. It's 14-7. Man, oh man, this is very problematic for Metagaming. They have looked very lackluster on this CT side, and it's as if they're not even there.
Yeah, a lot of bad words thrown into TeamSpeak after this one. You know, a couple missed shots, and this is a round that you know you could be winning. You've already won a couple rounds with the pistols. That was another one where it felt like you had the chance, and you know there's a whole lot of difference if Desh gets that kill onto Luchov. Luchov goes down. Even if Desh gets refrag, it's a 2 versus 2. They're gonna go for it 100%. But when he goes down, they start thinking, okay, our money is not great, even though it's an eco for us. Yeah, of course we're gonna get the replay, you know. Enjoy the tears. Enjoy the pain. Speaking of pain, it's gonna be quite painful to lose your map pick in a quarterfinal like that. 14-7. You're running out of chances. You're running out of opportunities. You need to act now, and you need to make it worth. Look at that. Isurus, they're just gonna send it out B.
Why not? You've had so much success here before. Just make your way out and see what you can get done, but not a lot of success now as you go quick into metagame, and they will eventually put a stop to you, and Kutzmaretz is going to be just cutting through them once again. Massive there from him as he picks up 3 kills, and look, there's not even a single point of damage done to the CTs just yet, and Leo Monster is going to be the only man to take a little bit of damage, but the damage done to the Ts and the Ts only 14-8 as metagame and will hold on there. And Isurus need to be careful. You know, I know you want to kind of get this one over and done with. I don't think the quick plays are what are going to get you the victory here. I think you just need to continue what you were doing. You were beating them on the kind of slow defaults. Just go and look for the opening picks. Don't run into them, which they will be ready for, and don't kind of outplay yourselves. Now, they've made that mistake once. Let's see if they are going to make it again. It is still a pretty quick round, though, Ted. I mean, look at Luchov's position already. Minute 40 left on the clock. Received, though, he will go down. Deco gets that refrag, but Desh on that AWP continues to pick up kills.
The bomb is still in T-spawn. That's actually interesting. They're getting into a lot of fights, but no one's near the bomb. And probably the Op is going to get this one. Oh, never mind. It's going to be Allison to finish it off on the M4, and it's Noxy in the 1 versus 4. You know, I was actually about to disagree with you on the previous one. I think it's all right to try a quick round once when you have such a lead. You know, a bit of a shutdown call. You make it work. You're gonna reset the economy again. It's fine. You know that they want to focus. You haven't been giving them the chance to get into their comfort zone, so why give it to them? But after you try it once and it doesn't work out, I totally agree with you. You need to try and slow it down just a little bit. Try and have a bit of a plan with it. And I'm not saying they didn't have an idea. It was pretty obvious what they wanted to do. You know, take the attention away from middle and then just go for the contact play, just the swing from Palace. But it just doesn't work out. And it's another round where they just go with a really quick approach one, and it just gets shut down. So I guess now is the time for us to see a bit of a slower default for Isurus. Try and work your way on the map. Try and get some map control. Maybe find a couple peaks and then group up and go for whatever kind of a play you want to go for. But yeah, right now you're just letting metagaming fire up, and you don't want them fired up. You still have them on the ground. They're on the canvas. You don't want them up. You don't want a fair fight out of this.
Again, Isurus are going to go out and take mid control, but it is that kind of slow default that has kind of worked for them. Now, it is a little bit quicker, of course. They will take that space. Marin thinking about peeking out towards the Palace, but needs to be careful. As Deco creeps his way forward and looks for anybody peering over that top con smoke. Nothing going to be seen just yet. The bomb is slowly making its way towards A, and Isurus are going to just try and split here towards this A site. But the danger man really here is ABR, right? They need to get him out of sandwich. Now, it has been played multiple times from metagaming, but that's a massive frag to find. Luchov, of course, in towards the ladder. Allison goes down towards the window, and now this round is very, very dangerous for metagaming. ABR, he tucks himself away here, not going to be spotted out by the Palace player. Is he going to be cleared out, though, by the T's at all? Deco finds that head, and it is ABR down, so he's not going to play any part in the round. Can't put a stop to it at all. Flash comes in, Dash completely blind, still manages to find that kill. The bomb not planted just yet. They are a little bit scared because it's Noxy with that AWP, but he wins the fight. The 1v1 versus the Opper, and he comes up with the goods. The damage done onto Noxy, but he will get that plant there. No, he won't. He gets off it for the moment. Cuts red. Big flank, looking for one. No more.
Yeah, that was actually a really fun round for Nox. You know, he tried to get the bomb down like 4 times there, and every single time he got denied until he actually got killed in the end. But yeah, that was a good round from Isurus. Clearing out ABR, that was massive. You know how tough Sandwich could be to clear away because you need to be exposed towards so many different angles if you do. But in that scenario, the two players that were towards CT from Metagaming, they were pretty much... It felt like they had no intentions to support ABR and in any form. They were just like, yeah, you know, try and do your best, get as many kills as possible, and then we can play for the round. But it doesn't really work out. 15-9, 6 consecutive map points here for Isurus on the map pick of their opponent's Jack. And oh, Luchov, he's seen him, but actually gets the kill. That's extremely quick from Luchov to even be able to get it before the Ope hits the shot.
He's been so good, man, though. 24 and 14. And now, will he be able to add to that tally? Will there be another round here, or is this going to be it? That's the kind of question on my mind now.
He's in the zone.
Yeah, he's put up a man of the match performance so far. Now, Echo is going to be creeping his way out under. Is he going to be looking up? Not in the position that Leo was. So, advantage to metagaming. Still not home and dry just yet. Still not out of the woods, either side. I perceive going to be making his way towards Palace. Noxia might just try and look for an opening pick here. The flash over towards CT, the jump spotter. Oh, he's going to headshot. ABR's head was just peering over the top of the box, and Noxia is going to be able to take him down. Desh now alone here towards the stairs to the minute. The rotations are coming, but they're not going to be here just yet. Is Desh going to take another fight? It looks likely. He's going to be creeping his way out, and he connects on Mayor. Why not? Spots out Noxia as well. The jump across Noxia. Next on that one, no idea that Kutzmaretz is coming from CT. He's going to be able to find that kill. Metagaming will get 10, and they survive for at least one more round.
Wow, a lot of damage done though by the T side in this one. A lot of guns dropped. This kill was impressive. That is a really tough pill to swallow. You know, Metagaming, they had the idea, but in the end, it's just Desh going absolutely nuclear with the AWP. A godlike sequence from the Oper as he keeps his team in the game. 15-10. Money on the T side gonna start dwindling slightly and slowly. A couple more buys in the back for them though. We have to work for it. But there is a chance. Looks like they're going to attempt the Palace contact once again. And ABR, is he going to be ready for a play like that? He's jump spotting once again. There's the kill from the AWP. Deco is going to be able to drop Dash though. And now ABR needs to be really careful. He needs to stay alive and wait for Allison, who's getting into fight after fight and winning them so far.
ABR misses that one way, but he's going to just be able to creep onto the site because of that smoke, and Luchov isn't going to be ready for it. But it doesn't matter. If you miss your shots, Luchov is going to punish, in which he does. Refrag comes in from Allison now. Knocks it, jumps over, takes a massive risk jumping across onto the stairs, and Leo Monster will punish both players left for Isurus as Metagaming claw their way back once again. They survive one more round, and at this stage for Metagaming, it isn't, you know, about how cleanly you win them, right? It's just about winning them, and they continue to do so. Now there's only pistols. Eventually that kind of empire, that massive amount of money that Isurus had built up on that T side has been toppled. It's collapsed completely. Now it is only a few upgraded pistols. There are, of course, going to be right hand side smokes coming in from the T's here. It's going to be a fast play out Palace. ABR needs to get a few here from triple. There's one, there's two, put a stop to it, and Allison is going to rotate in now as well. There's a gap in that jungle smoke, but Mayern, he's going to double with that deagle. This is still competitive.
Well, it was competitive. Nox is now with an AK. No armor for the man, though, is going to make the task a little bit tall. Actually manages to get another one. You know what? That's decent damage. Even though Metagaming have enough money to go for a nice reinvestment, it's still good for Isurus just to make it closer. Just to see that they can actually abuse that A-bomb side a little bit. And it was a 2 versus 5. They managed to get 3 kills. This is insane from Mayor. Obviously a nice kill from Noxy, but problems are starting to arrive. They're just 3 rounds away from forcing overtime if you're Metagaming, and you're 3 rounds away from throwing away a really big lead if you're Isurus. So you kind of want to capitalize here. I guess this is the final round where you feel like this is a losable game, but in your head you're still like the big favorite, right? You still have a 3-round lead. You lose this round, you're starting to think that you flopped it away.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, of course.
And you know, flop is a to flop something is a good thing. You know, I'm a big floppy fan, a big floppy supporter myself, but not in that scenario, not in that case.
Not in this one. You can't really afford to throw this one away, especially in a quarterfinal. You need to be making sure you close these kind of games out. And they're going to try out A once again. Deep jungle smoke, top con smoke now as well as Deco is going to be clearing it out. They're going to try and get this bomb plant down, and they might be able to do so. Flash going over. CCT's going to push through. Yes, they are. ABR with only one. Luchov puts a stop to him. This is probably the best chance that Isurus are going to have right now. I mean, it's a 4v4 post plan. A lot of utility on the T side, though, which could be a problem. The Molly dash has been spotted out. There comes the peak. Reverse Eve is going to be able to find that first one. The second as well from Luchov. Knocks it with the last, and Luchov as well with a massive be jumping into a dust 2.
Ooh. For those of you that are just joining in, ladies and gents, quarterfinal number 1, game number 1, metagaming Isurus, map number 2. Isurus picked up the first map. Oh, okay. It was Mirage, the map pick of their opponents, and at least Leo Monster looks pretty ambitious for that dust 2. A nice start, a nice one tap. This round already looking good for the CT side, but they still have a couple more Ts they need to get rid of.
Yeah, they do. Leo will find a second, but there is going to be a refrag in there somewhere. Mayern making his way up onto the site. His teammates are just going to be joining him. Mayern will find a short player, but Leo Monster is still carrying behind the site, just peeking up and picking off these Ts as they make their way forward. Mayern now has to ace this round if he wants to be successful, and he's going to swing towards short here, trying to isolate a 1v1. Drops in towards CT. Now, surely he has been heard, and he's pretty much trapped here. This is very difficult. He's looking around. Is there going to be a pistol on the ground that he can pick up? But he will not pick up a pistol, and he will not pick up the round. Metagame and will take the CT.
Yeah, a good couple kills coming in from Mayern. A nice triple, but Leo Monster, he is the real hero in that round. Picking up the first one, even the second, staying alive for a lot longer to win time for the rotations. A triple kill for him in the round as well, but in the end, it was Isurus not able to pick it up. Metagaming with the pistol round on the map pick of their opponents. Obviously, Dust 2 nowadays a lot more CT-sided than it used to be, so winning the majority of our rounds here on the defense is going to be the go-to for metagaming, especially against the Eco. You should have no problems. I say that you've already lost one player, but that should be pretty much all. But oh, Dash is on a scout and a pistol. That's dangerous.
Just get away safely. Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah. Who's getting on top?
Yeah, who's going to be boosted up? Doesn't cost them. Is okay. And Isurus completely just retreat. Now they back away. They leave. Nox is here solo with the bomb. But this could work out in their favor, especially if Isurus are able to find the kill onto the tunnels player, which is going to be Allison. He's just spotting for info for the moment. Surely when he sees somebody, he is just going to maybe retreat. Now it's gone silent. He's going to be ready here. Spots out Deco. There's the first kill. Might go looking for a little bit more. Mayern needs to put that M4 to good use. Unable to do so just yet. ABR is going to be rotating in. They spotted all the players, and now Noxley comes running up. That's just low here, remember. And oh, yeah, well, he's down. The drive-by Glock is going to be enough to at least get Isurus a bomb plant. The round is still a little bit out of the question right now. He's going to try and get his hands on that scout, but ABR is already very, very close with that M4, and that is no problem whatsoever. Bomb plant is still a really good result out of that one for the T side, and they find 2 kills as well.
Yeah, it's all right. Considering you just had the eco, nothing really invested into it. You still get 2 kills. You get the bomb down by is going to be a little bit better. It's still nice for metagaming, though. You get that good start, the 2-0. Something interesting. They haven't really played Dust 2. Well, they didn't play it in their first game. I was about to say they haven't played it in the tournament, but they played only 1 game so far. Their last couple games haven't really been that successful. They lost their last 2 facing off against Odic, and then before that against Daotu, but they did have a 2-win streak against the Union and Wendigo before that. Obviously, previously, they did lose to Fluxo and Odic, but a lot of their games have actually been quite close. Out of their last 4 losses on Dust 2, they failed to register at least double digits in only 1 of them. So we'd expect them to be able to actually put up a good fight here. It's not like they're harmless. And we know that ABR likes that map. And truth be told, ABR actually had a good recovery on map number 1. You know, after the 0-7 start, managed to actually get a couple kills, managed to find his impact in some of those rounds. A couple nice plays with the Deagle as well. They're going to be looking towards him. The Isurus are just playing the slow game. There's a big risk that they're running with this play, though. They have no map control whatsoever. And you can see Metagaming right now have the entire map. They have B tunnels. They have middle. And that smoke towards Xbox is not really going to fake anything. They're still going to have 3 defenders and 4 as soon as the hit comes through, because Allison is going to fall back and help his teammates out.
Yeah, it's a very one prominent attack right now. So this one, advantage is to metagame, and especially with all the util that they're going to drop as well, just to help them defend. But Mayern is going to draw first blood. Nice headshot onto ABR. Desh in a little bit of trouble. The damage being done to him, but here's the swing out from Desh, and he gets 3 kills. Massive. They line up. Deco is going to be dropped now. Luchov was really good on the rifle, but he is only going to come away with 1 kill in that round. Metagaming will hold very, very strong, and that just kind of came down to the fact that Metagaming, they just had the numbers there. It was very, very easy to defend for them. Desh with a massive, massive triple kill, as Metagaming will triple up on rounds as well.
Yeah, that was a really good hold, you know. Just being proactive on the CT side, I guess this kind of gives Isurus an idea that they're not going to be able to play those slow one-dimensional rounds that they might want to. And they'll have to... They're right now they're getting conditioned into playing a bit of a default, right? Right now you're just getting reminded that you have to win for you have to fight for the map control, and if you want to go for one prominent attack, as you pointed out, you have to be really quick with it. You can't really give Metagaming the chance to clear out the entire map and then just play with 50 seconds on the clock, because everyone's going to be towards the bomb side that you're trying to attack. So yeah, chances are it's not going to work out that well, especially when you haven't baited a lot of the util. There's going to be a lot of nades in the hands of the CTs. So now you're back into pistols. Well, speaking of utility, there's a lot of nades. That's a hefty investment from Isurus. In that department, at least. Not such a big one when it comes to weapons, but there is a lot of nades. The good old B split might be on the cards.
Yeah, the good old B split, but only with Tech 9s and a Deagle. Not the most ideal.
Yeah, ideally you try and force them back from short right now to make sure that the middle player is going to be occupied with the A-bomb side, but it still feels like meta realized that they're comfortable with playing the retake on A, which is a good idea. Now, Allison's going to get aggressive. I think now he realizes he might not have to go for it. He doesn't have to. He will go, though. And that's a bit of a risk. Needs to be careful. Spots Mayer, and now he's realized he wants nothing to do with that play. There's the smoke to slow them down even further as the play comes through.
It does come true. Kutzmaretz is very close to the smoke, and ABR is going to be helping him out. Deco tries to run on through, and I think actually he landed there onto ABR, but Allison puts a stop to the tunnels players as they make their way out. ABR chimes in as well, and Luchov now has to go and try and get his hands on the bomb. Will not get past the entrance of tunnels, as Allison will get 3. 4-0 Metagaming. Really good stuff from them so far on this CT side. Who look prepared, but Isurus' T side, you know, this is something that you were talking about, Ted. It has been kind of lackluster, you know, when we're looking at in terms of their game against MIBR Academy. You know, it was the CT side where they were dominant, and right now it's looking like they're going to have to be very, very dominant on their CT side.
Yeah, the start isn't great, but now you get another buy round. You get the AWP in the hands of Noxy, and, well, everyone on AKs, bar Luchov, who's already been dealt with, but Reversive is there with the refrag. Nice exchange early on long. And now, the difference is that you have one player that's in front of Thanos. So, essentially, you're going to be able to fall back towards B and know that Mayern at least is holding for the T-spawn push. And even though Kutzmarets and ABR once again are getting aggressive, you still have that one guy that's holding. So now you can actually afford to play the slow round. You've gotten the kill. You've let them think that they have the entire map covered. And in some aspects, they do. But it's still going to be a little bit better. You're going to try and set up the AWP and pit. Oh, yep. Run boost failed. Try a second time. Okay. You hear me? We count to 3. 1, 2, 3. First jump. You're down. Well, you are down. And both cases, but okay.
Oh, what a shot that is from Deco.
Yeah, that's sick.
One way to refrag the upper. AVR gets a refrag towards tunnels, and Isurus's numbers are down to just 2. Deco creeps his way up towards the site as Allison goes for a peek round that smoke. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 5 from Metagame. And Allison even saves an AWP for his upper. So far, so good. Not really too many problems that Isurus are posing to Metagame. They are pretty happy with the way things are going. Even jumping, he finds that headshot. You know, he's in midair. That's such a difficult shot for Deco to hit, but he makes it look so easy. But nice shots, flashy shots, Ted. They don't really translate into rounds a lot of the time. You need a whole lot more. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, when it's your only kill of the map, it doesn't really help out that much. And now you're back with the pistols again. Luchov is going to try and force the issue. That's actually awkward. Both of them were flashed, so Luchov actually gets a fair fight here, but doesn't really connect. You know, I actually have an interesting theory. You know, the Tech 9, as much as all of us love it, it's really inconsistent. The Tech 9 is a gun that either makes you look like the best player in the world, you know, you're gonna get all the taps, all the 6 shots, all the insane kills, or you're gonna look like the worst bot in the server. And there's no mid ground. No, it's either great or awful.
Yeah, it's
black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's white now. Really white, bright. They can't see. They've been blinded.
Right. Any flashes just yet. No U2 for the T's to work with either in this round. But they have found this AK, and they're going to maybe just let Nox walk on and maybe take a duel with... They're a big fan of these run boosts. Well, they are going to run boost the player over to get an M4 ABR. He's going to be taken down. There's the B bomb site. Well, massive pink there. Oh, that's my. Safe. And Leo was jumping again, and I believe Deco has found. And if you jump against Deco, he's going to hit your head.
Yeah, someone's hit the aimbots. And you know what's funny as well? He's 1 in 5 right now. Those are the only 2 shots that he's connected so far in the game. And they're that good. Like, yeah, it's insane. And now the CTs need to save. This is not a round that you can afford to go for. Even though you've won 5 in a row, some of them have been, well, not close, but you've been losing players every now and then, right? So the economy, I guess it's safe to say that considering you've won so many, it's been kept honest. And now Deco's getting a little bit ahead of himself. You hit that shot, that's way too much. You're a criminal in my book.
Yeah, Deco and Marin, they need to take risks and try and cross here because they will go down to the bomb. And, well, Desh has made sure that Isurus are at least going to be rebuying in its entirety.
Yeah, I don't think you care, though, right? Because it was just a half buy at the end of the day. So you wouldn't really put your money on winning that round. You still get it on the board. You get a bomb plant. You get a couple kills. It's a round on the board. I think it's still all right. You still have the money to go for reinvestment. There's going to be the AWP for Noxy and the AKs for everyone else. So, yeah, it's still fine. Not too bad. That's a cool smoke, by the way. You know, have you seen the Nade out here grenade account on Twitter?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Religiously be watching it. Religiously.
Yeah. That's actually, you know, he's been posting some nice utility. So shout out to him. You know, if you haven't checked out his Twitter, go and make sure you do it. He's been sharing some really cool nades.
I've been doing the Lord's work, and we appreciate it very much.
Yeah, lovely as Blamef used to say previously, I'm not toxic towards people that can't shoot because you learn to aim and it's a slow process. I'm toxic towards people that don't know nades because that means you're lazy.
Yes, exactly.
So get to know your nades. Don't be lazy.
Well, it is a little bit of a lazy round here for Isurus. They're just not really doing all that much. They make their way out, they take long control, and then they don't push. But now, eventually, they are going to have to make a move. 2 players are going to be here defending for metagaming. Flashes are going to go over. It's a deep CT smoke right now. And again, and the rotations are coming in. Look at Allison. He's getting into a position that the flank could be possible, and the flank could do a lot of damage. Des playing around that smoke on short. He's got 3 looking for more, but Allison will now strike from behind. He gets 2, and that is absolutely beautiful from Metagame. And they hold on to that A site once again. And just when things start going well for Isurus, it all goes wrong. And it's Desh, really the man to stop absolutely everything. Just couldn't see him around that smoke. Gave him a lot of room to play with, and he connected on every single shot. And then Allison was really just the icing on the cake, the cherry on top.
Yeah, this defense has been really solid for metagaming. You know, I've been pleasantly surprised so far. I didn't expect him to be able to put up such a decent fight. The only round that Isurus have won so far was with the pistols. And Kutsmarez, once again, he was thinking about going aggressive. Here's the steps, deploys the nade, and falls back into safety. They're not taking any chances. Luchov is going to try and force the issue a little bit, but it's a really unfavorable fight for him to go for. And Reversive and Deco already out of the equation. This is just looking so good for the CT side right now, and everyone's pulling their weight. Kutsmarez, the only one a little bit behind, but Allison's been having a phenomenal performance. Desh is finding the impact on the AWP. ABR and Leo Monster delivering on the rifles. Just looks like the puzzle has been completed. Can they finish it off, though? Can they close it out? Because the start has been really convincing. Those rounds aren't even close. They're not even getting onto the bomb side. You have only one player from Isurus that's above 5 kills. Well, above 2 kills in 7 rounds. It's going to be 8 now, unless Nocti gets a kill in this one. Mern is the only one with 7. The others combined have 6. That's demolition.
Yeah, metagaming on this CT side, just standing tall, defending absolutely everything. And Desh has been an absolute pillar on this A bomb site. Just doesn't matter where he is, if he's short, if he's long, he is not missing at all. And we said he was going to have to be the man to be very, very impactful for his team. And he is the man that is really putting up the numbers. And Isurus are sweating right now because nothing is working, right? I mean, they get a little bit fortunate in a Tech 9 round, but they have not had a successful gun round at all. So they call another tactical pause, discuss it, mull it over, have a little bit of a think what they want to do. They do have another Tech 9 round that will be coming up after this, or after this tac pause does reach its conclusion. But what do you really do here? Because, you know, long control isn't working. When you try and pop towards B, that doesn't work. Mid is off limits as well. You know, there's problems. There is massive problems. And a double tack from Isurus, you know, I'm not too surprised to see that at all.
You know what I think right now the problem is? I think you just get the double tactical timeout just to make sure you cool off a little bit. Make sure you slow down metagaming as well, because it's not like you've been... I don't think you've been outmaneuvered that much. Well, obviously you have, because you're down 7-1. But the problem is that you haven't really been able to get any kills on the board. You haven't really been able to win any fights. You're just getting destroyed individually right now. You're just getting picked apart. And metagaming are just running around the map, pushing whatever they want, getting away with it. Eventually, you have to start punishing them for those plays. And I just realized we're watching a South American tournament, and the score is 7-1, Jack. That's Kocher.
Oh,
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm really sorry. You know what's sick, though? I did make a joke about it, but getting the best skins in the market in Bitskins is no joke, so might as well head over, buy, sell skins. A pretty cool place. And, well, speaking of punishing aggression, Noxi's done it. This is the first time, actually, since the beginning of this too, where Isurus have been able to find the opening kill in a round like that. Punish the aggression, get into a 5 versus 4. And even though you have a lot of pistols, now you have a man advantage, and there are 2 AWPs on the CT side, so things could actually go a little bit scrappy here. There's the first towards the B side. Nocti does a lot of damage, and suppose the second player. That's actually so much information. Now they can just explode out of long, but no way they're going to be ready for 2 players. This is insane here. They're so confused what's going on. You've just spotted 2 players towards tunnels, and now there's 2 more towards long.
Yeah, difficult to get a read, but it's a nice adjustment here from Allison, right? He has them locked in. They're going to come right back to him. I mean, Luchov... Oh, okay, never mind. All right. He gets in a great position. Luchov's like, oh, yeah, you remember the performance I put up on Mirage? Yeah, here's a little sneak peek of what I just did. Once again, now, Desh has to rotate in towards B, but he's not going to be ready for Noxy in that position at all. Isurus do get a second, and they are going to be able to pick that round up, man. That was only, you know, the hero rifle. It was the hero rifle on Noxit. The rest are on Deagles. This shot is ridiculous, by the way, from Luchov. That is very impressive.
Yeah, it's a miracle that you managed to get away with a round like that as well. I mean, you were just running out long thinking there could be one player close at best, and there was two on the crossfire with the AWP and the M4, and you're still able to get away from it with a round win, which is all right. You get another, and I think Luchov's woken up. He needed some time. He needed a couple rounds, but round number 10, it actually looks like he's back in action. Now, Metagaming, they're going to try and fight back towards middle, but Isurus have a lot of bodies here, and they've realized they don't really have to fight for this one. The only problem, the bomb is going to make its way towards the A bomb side, but they're a little bit disjointed. There's only 2 members here.
Shot's going to be holding. Kutzmaret's not looking the right way, and that is going to be a kill, as Luchov is going to get in this series so far. And it's another Isurus round. Luchov, the only man to pick up the kills, as Allison is actually trapped here. So Allison might be found out. Losing a rifle, another rifle isn't going to be really helpful for Metagaming's chances. I mean, the money is going to be there on Dash and Kutzmaret's, but, you know, it's not going to be really there for the rest of the players. Allison is going to strike now and take down Marin. He might just be able to hang on to that AWP. Luchov drops the op on the other side of the map as well. So not the best save now for Metagaming at all. They can bring out an AWP if they want. Allison can drop over a rifle to ABR, and I think they do buy up here. I think they have to. But really good round from Luchov, and maybe just took him a while to kind of get into the game. Maybe he's here now to have some impact for his team on this T side.
Yeah, maybe that's the breaking point. Starting to win a lot of those fights. Things are looking great. Now the CT side don't really have the money, so, well, they have it for this round, but they lose this. They're going to be running through a harsh reset. It's looking a little bit better for you. As you pointed out, Luchov, massive impact on the previous map. Starting to get fired up as well. Another slower default. You've been pretty much conditioned to go for those defaults, but they've been working. You know, not really allowing the CTs to go for their aggressive plays and have the map painted. Do you paint a map or you draw it? I think you draw it. You draw a map?
You draw a map and then you paint it afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Cartography, I believe, is the...
Yeah, it is, but... can you say artograph the map? No, I don't think so. You just draw it, okay. We're getting ahead of ourselves here, but Isurus have picked up another opening here. Noxy got in the first kill, and there's actually no one towards the A-bomb side right now. Leo Monster is all the way in pit, so if Isurus, obviously they don't know that, but if they were to just walk out, they'd be able to get into the bomb side without having to fight anybody. Well, because Kutzmaret's is now going to get a little bit closer, but he's fairly low on HP, so if Deku's prepared for that possibility, he should be able to get the kill. There's the flash. The smoke is actually not going to let Kutzmaret's get into a fight just yet, and it's just going to be the fake. They're looking to go back for a B split.
Oh, yes, they are. Reversive needs to find this kill. No. Not ready for Allison.
They're going back A.
Oh, he does find one kill, and now it's actually drawn the rotation from Kutz, but the pit player is now on the long corner. The flash is going to be dodged here. Nox is going to be holding for it. Yeah, but Kutzmaret's, look at that. Refrag gets up close, needs to try and stop this bomb plant, but Marin is there to put a stop to that defense that the CTs were trying to put up. Allison already picked up one kill. It's rotated in. A 1v2 on the cards for him, and he gets very, very close, but Luchov is going to be holding. Headshot landed, and Isurus will land on another round. 7-4. The comeback's now on for the T side because the money for the CTs has been completely ripped apart.
Yeah, I think it was Noxy that picked up the kill onto the long player, trying to get the line on towards ramp, and this is the kill that wins them the round in my book. I mean, he gets towards ramp, he can actually peek. There was a player towards the back of the side that had a smoke in hand, so if he peeks into him, he's probably gonna get him dropped. That was the bomb carrier as well, and the round goes in no man's land for the T side. But that kill from Noxy, that was pretty much everything, and Isurus managed to pick up 4. Oh. Please, no. Don't tell me it's happening again. I feel bad for them at this point.
Oh,
That looks dangerous.
Yeah, they need to kill it. He's running out of bullets, though, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what makes you nervous in that scenario? The fact that he's not even getting tagged. He's just peeking, firing a shot, hiding away.
Yeah. Now, Isurus are going to take their time making their way up long, and this could cost them, as Metagaming are going to be flanking them very, very rapidly.
No one's actually holding for... Surely Reversive is just going to stay there and hold for the sake of it. Especially because Noxy is the man with the bomb. Okay, Noxy is going to be holding. Or he's just going to be scoping the side. That's dangerous. No one's holding for the wrap right now. The Oper could go down. Okay, now he's turned his attention around, so he should be ready for that kind of a play. And this should be a T-side round. Someone tried a Zeus somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the smoke. It was in the smoke from Cutsrats. Tried to just come through and get somebody on the long corner. Not going to happen. And, well, ABR and Allison are going to try and get away with their pistols. Isurus will have a 5th round for their own. And, well, Allison is going to be trapped out towards long. Nox is going to try and lock him in and lock it down. 5th round now for this T side. The comeback definitely on for the Isurus boys. And, oh, even better the second time. Even better the second time, Ted.
Yeah, it's like wine. It ages well. Like you, Jack. You age well.
Yeah. Somebody say that. I don't think so.
And you've aged a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting to that age now where, you know, like, you're getting, you know, you sit down for too long.
Yeah.
You're just stiff. Do you know what I mean? When you get up, like, the legs begin to creak, and, you know, it's...
You're just falling apart, yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Gotta hit the gym.
True.
Or in your scenario, maybe go hunting, or I don't know, run in the forest.
Yeah, very true, actually.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't know, Jack actually lives in a field, which is quite sick, you know. Well, not like in a tent in a field. He is living in a house, but like the house is in a field and there's nothing around it.
May as well live in a tent sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just... God, living in a tent now would not be good with the weather that we have, lashing rain all the time. It would not be ideal whatsoever.
Yeah, an Irish Viking.
What wouldn't be ideal is if Metagaming do lose another round, because Isurus then are within just 1 here. And let's not forget, they're already a map up. Up short, they do go. Dash needs to put a stop to this, as Cutsrats is trapped towards Goose. 2 kills, make that 3. What a stop. That they have put a defense up on that short position. And now, Reversive is going to try and get close to Noxia. He will be stopped. Desh is going to be holding the cross, and Desh is going to be able to connect on that bullet, on that Opper. 8-5. As Metagaming, once they have the rifles out, they show that they are not going to be bested. Not without a fight, at least. But still, there is going to be money in the banks for the side of Isurus. So they will at least have 1 more rebuy. Metagaming perfectly set up for utility, and right now Isurus will see what they go for.
Yeah, long spawn there for Mayor. Not sure if he wants to use it. Looks like it. He's gonna be sent all alone there, so this is a bit of a risk. There's the one way from his teammates, doesn't really spot anybody, and he's gonna fall back for the time being. Noxy set up towards the B bomb side with the AWP though, and he might get a bit of an opening. Just gonna get smoked off for the time being. Doesn't really fire a shot through the smoke. Doesn't want to give away his presence there. Doesn't want to give away the fact that, once again, well, it's not too much of a giveaway, but they have the AWP on the T side. The CTs should be able to know that, and Leo Monsters actually went for a mad play here. Just pushing all alone towards long, getting the kill, falling back. He's going to get mollied off. You can see that he wants to stay aggressive, though. He doesn't really want to give them the space for free. He knows that they have a 3-man stack towards the B-bomb side right now, so him actually falling back is going to make them feel a little bit more claustrophobic. And there's the short play coming in. Isurus, they have the right idea, but they'll have to get past the AWP of Dash.
Yeah, they'll have to try their best to topple the AWP, which has been a difficult task so far, but he's off the mark with 2 shots, which has allowed Isurus to get across, and they will get this bomb plant down for the short position. Big nade onto Deco and Marin from CT from Cutsrats, as Deco, he is going to get this into a 4v4 with a big kill. 2 from long, 2 from CT. as Isurus really just trapped from
Look at
short. But
Noxy.
look at Noxy. He's going to walk in. ABR's holding for it.
Oh.
Noxy is going to be down. 3 players now only on short, and they need to just hit every single head as they appear on their screen, and they are doing exactly that. Now, Dash and Allison put up a fight back. Do they know Deco is trapped in the corner? Allison goes for the pre-fire. They go for the walkout. Both heads spotted. Time is ticking, and they need to find this kill. Deco, he's just toying with them right now. The defuse is being stuck. Allison needed to do so. The shot needed to be hit by Desh, and it was 9 rounds for Meta Game. And can they make it 10? We will see what the next round will bring.
Wow, that was really chaotic there. Deco trying his best to bait out the shot, but Dash just holding on. Ice cold, you know? That's not easy to do. That's not an easy shot. Especially when the enemy just knows that he needs to bait it out, then he's pretty much won the round. So there's a lot on your shoulders in that scenario if you're the Oper. It was a good recovery from Isurus, by the way. Something I want to highlight, the way that they were dodging the old bullets towards short, that was hilarious. They were just crouching below them. But, oh, you can't crouch under this one. Noxy is going to be able to take down Kutzmarez early on. Kutzmarez hasn't really had the best day of his life so far. 6 and 8 on Dust, even though his team is having some good success. Hasn't been too great for him individually. As Isurus are looking to pick up their 6th round. I feel like, considering how things started, even 5 on the T side is going to be acceptable. 6 is going to be actually really good right now for Isurus. Considering this is your map pick, considering how it started, I think it was a 7-1, 8-1 at one point. Oh, gotta run.
Yeah, I think 5 is good. 6 is a whole lot better.
Oh,
But, Leo Monster with a big double. As Deco, Luchov go down. The Molly was down as well. So the refrag can't even come in. And Allison is going to go for a little bit more. He goes for an aggressive push. Mayern gets dropped as he tries to line up the smokes for the split. But not going to happen. Leo Monster with a 3rd. Knocks it. Big 1v4 on the cards if he can get it done, but doesn't make his way past the B doors. ABR takes him down 10-5. Metagaming with a really good recovery. Disappointing map 1. They make sure that it is not going to be a disappointing map 2. Not in the first half anyway, but CT side now for Isurus. Big pistol coming up then.
Yeah, another lovely kill from Leo Monster. Well, another lovely double kill from him. They've been really good with those sequences. But a 10-5 lead might not be enough. You lose the pistol, you lose the first buy, you're pretty much back into an even game, and you don't really want to let it slip. You're playing to stay in the tournament right now. You get this map, you're just forcing a decider. It doesn't really count for Isurus. They get this map, they're going into the semis. They look like they want to make it work early on. Noxy's caught a lovely timing right now. They have no idea, I feel like. Or maybe they do. Allison is going to clear it out. Even though they had Kutzmarez in T-spawn, they knew that was a possibility. And that's actually going to bait out Luchov to go aggressive, but he's won the fight, so it doesn't really matter. And he's going to go for even more. Doesn't see anybody towards the middle area. Going to make him fall back. He's afraid of T-side, or rather T-spawn being a possibility.
Tapping away. Mayern has found 1 kill. Oh, and a 2nd as well.
Clean.
ABR, that is lovely. Needed to happen. Needed to happen for Isurus if they want to get this one done in 2. They need to find this pistol, and Mayern with a 3rd. Luchov with the last. That is exactly what they will do. So they put their best foot forward. 10-6 right now. And metagaming, they don't get a bomb plant, so if they want to go for the force, it's not going to be too pretty in terms of what they can afford. But they can go for it if they would please, but probably just the eco and save for the next.
Yeah, and you could see that in the moment that Isurus win the fight towards middle, and well, Mayern wins the fight towards middle and gets the double kill, drops the bomb, it's pretty much the round shut down. The remaining 2 players just scratching their heads, wondering what they could do in that scenario. Well, absolutely nothing, as they'll figure out in this round as well. Oh, okay. T-side Zeus is an optimistic thing, you know. I feel like if it works out, though, it's like 2 times more impressive compared to a CT side one.
Yeah.
They're not doing him any favor, though, are they?
No, not at all.
getting the first kill is not gonna bait Noxy to go for a peek indoors. Quite the opposite. Luchov's getting quite close. Oh no. Oh no. Surely he doesn't walk out, right? You don't want to walk out.
Surely you don't do it.
Trust me, you don't want to. I want you to walk out, but you don't want to be walking out.
He's thinking about it. He really is thinking about it.
I think he will. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna double back. You know, that's smart. He's playing it smart right now. There's pistols. No need to force the issue. Yeah, you can wait for reversive. Even if you... Oh, yeah. He's gonna get used. Yep. Oh, no. Because Moretz had a nade in hand.
Oh, no.
I was waiting for it for such a long time. You know what? I'm disappointed.
You were set up. You were set up for it. I mean, like, it was so close. You were set up for it for ages.
He was waiting for it for 40 seconds. And then he pulls a nade out and they peek into him. Okay, that was unlucky.
Quick switch?
Might have been a quick switch or a nade. I'm not sure. Maybe a quick switch.
I think he had the Zeus out and just like quick switched. Oh, that is disappointing. I'm disappointed. Almost as disappointed. Yeah, almost as disappointed as I am with that molly.
Imagine you're a CT pushing towards lower and you hear that Molotov. You're like, what the hell? Who threw that? Like, they just mollied the middle of the tunnels? I don't understand. But it's going to be a B play nonetheless. Luchov. Can't say he's alone. There's 2 more CTs nearby to support him, but the flashes are going to be really good. Do they clear him out? Yes, they will. It's an instant pre-fire. Mayern is going to fight back with 1.5 as he's going to tag down Allison. There's the flash. Allison goes through, but because Moretz is going to take him down. Well, that was Mayern, actually. As Reversive is going to hit the ground as well. Noxy and Deco in a 2 versus 4 here. As they're going to try and make it work. But with the AWP and the MP9, this might be a tall order. They might have to save, and indeed they will.
Disappointing, to be honest, from Isurus' defense there. Flashes were good. Made a game and just go for a straight up B pop. And Isurus, although they had, you know, some numbers there, they just weren't ready for it, really. I mean, the flash came over. Luchov is dead to rights. 1 refrag from Mayern. Received, not able to get anything done. And, well, with the swing as well from Mayern a little bit later on, goes for the bomb planter and not for somebody that's going to be holding the window. So that cost him his life. 11-7 right now. And Metagamin's first going round is going to be at least a successful one. Isurus might have enough in the bank to go for that reinvestment. They might have enough. We get, of course, a lovely replay of that molly.
Yeah. Love to production. You know how to cheer us up. It's always nice, you know. It's a tribute to NACS as well. You know, South America and North America, I think, just last year got separated, right? And they're still playing the same RMR, so they're kind of one. Maybe they're just having a tribute to the good performance in Pro League of the NA teams. You know, who would have thought NA would have 3 teams in the playoffs of Pro League?
Not me.
Yeah, same. And who would have thought that one of those teams could be EG? But we can speak about that another day. I'm gonna pretend I'm not happy about it. Gonna pretend I'm not jumping around at home like a child. NACS, man. Who doesn't love it? You know, it's culture.
It is indeed. I mean, good to see NA back, but the South American scene has always been, you know, very well represented.
Oh yeah, I think the South American scene has more players than a lot of the people actually realize.
Yeah,
like there's so many people playing the game on a relatively high level. It's absolutely crazy, and a lot of them actually have some decent experience worldwide as well, like abroad. We're gonna speak about that in the second matchup. Obviously, we have a couple names. Phelps, Showtime. We're gonna mention, but focusing on this one, 11-7, another buy round for both sides. Pretty important one for the CTs as Deco already getting tagged down. Oh, that's a really good opening, and now Reversive can just run back. Deco's gonna hear all of it, and Reversive actually decides to go for more. The flash needs to be really good. Oh, he's seen the shadow. He knows there's a player in the smoke. This is everything, because Moretz has the bomb. This is so dangerous. They have no idea he's there, but the flash is actually gonna blind him. The timing is so awkward. He doesn't realize it. Reversive still gets a kill. How is this down to a 2 versus 2?
Oh, I've absolutely no idea. Does Dash go a little bit too quick? No, he's settles himself for the moment, and they're not expecting this, not in a million years. But Dash might just be a little bit too slow for his own good. He needs to kind of get a move on now because they're creeping their way up onto the site, and ABR is alone here for the moment. There's the boost coming in.
They
Dash
turn
misses the
around.
shots, and now the player on site is the only player that they have to deal with. It is ABR. Finds the first, needs to be perfect on the second as well.
No
Spots
way.
out Luchov. One bullet will do for Luchov. Just needs to connect on it, and he does onto the head. The defuse will be pulled off here for the side of Isurus, as they will get 8
Does he have time?
to the board. Yeah, plenty of time.
I think he does. Yeah.
Plenty of
Okay.
time.
Well, not plenty, but
Don't
yeah.
be worrying. Don't be worrying.
Okay.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, that had a lot of potential, but I guess I can understand why the player towards middle takes their time so much there. I feel like Dash realizing he's low on HP, he knows that he needs to catch the perfect timing where no one's looking. So he wants to make sure he doesn't throw it away. But in that scenario, it kind of worked out as a you got into your own mind situation, right? Because if he doesn't know that obviously, but if he picks straight away, he actually gets the kill or maybe gets both. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but Isurus managed to win the retake. Not that this is going to affect the economy of the T side in any way. Well, it's going to affect it, but they're still going to be able to rebuy. So they get another chance. But losing this one would mean that Isurus are back into the map. Well, they are back now, but resetting the T-side economy once again is going to make it even better. Noxy going to get forced off the angle with the flash smoke as well to obscure the vision of the Oper. As the B split is on the cards right now, how quickly do they want to go with this?
That's the question, right? How fast do they want to be right now?
Well,
And well, Marin, we've missed it, but he gets 3 kills, just knocks them all down towards middle.
I'm not sure what kind of a flash Noxy gave for him, but he got a flash assist for every single kill. We know this is no guarantee that everyone was fully blinded, but he still got 3 flash assists, which means that probably the flash was good. And Marin getting a triple kill from that choke point tight angle, I don't know. That was just a great support play from Noxy, and Marin once again stepping up. No, by the way, an interesting fact. I actually forgot to mention that on the T side. Marin is the only player in that team that has a positive rating, like above 1 rating in positive stats on the T side for Isurus. All maps included. Wow. The only one. And they don't have a single player that has a negative, well, below 1 rating and negative stats on the CT side. Not a single one. That's how big the difference is. CT-sided CS.
Yeah, it's just a matter right now, really, isn't it? Just...
Yeah, don't you love it? Well, it is for some teams. A point could be made about others. I mean, I did see Cloud9 decide to start on their T side on the map pick of their opponents a couple times in the previous couple days. I guess one of those was Inferno, which you can get away with, but it's still like there are teams that feel comfortable with their T sides still. But yeah, it's a CT-sided game, a CT-sided world we live in. But you know what they say, Jack? A well-rounded defense is the best offense.
Very, very true. And well, Isurus are going to have to hope that their defense is going to be the best offense here. Not maybe in this round, but in terms of if they want this map to transpire into semi-final. Let's not forget, if they do actually take this map, they are going to be our first team into the semi-finals. But right now, Metagaming, they still have a little bit of fight left in them, especially on Kutzmaret and Desh with the 2 AKs to work with. No armor on Desh, which could be a little bit of a problem. He's already picked up 1 kill before the aim punch is a factor. Just needs to find the heads before he gets shot in any situation at all. And 11-9 still the score, but I think Isurus will be getting to within 1 of the T's after this round, should it go smoothly. Deco has cleared out tunnels. Now, nobody is towards A right now. They're focused on mid and B, but surely the rotation should come in now.
Yeah, they don't really need it as well, because Marin is posted with the AWP and CT. There's no smokes, by the way, on the T side. They just have the single flash and dash, and he is the bomb carrier. So even crossing on itself is going to be really tough. And even if you get past the AWP, you're still going to have to think about the player being towards the back of the side and Luchov. So Yeah, that looks like an unwinnable round for the T side. Well, unless we see a massive miss shot there from Mayern or a really good peek, but Kutzmarez should be going down the moment he peeks into this. There's the tag. A nice idea to peek in behind the car. But even though you make your way onto the bomb side, there's still the Molotov to force you out of position. And even if you wait for this one, and there's not going to be enough time, Luchov is still towards the back of the side, drops one. Now there's not enough time because Mirage just needs to focus on staying alive, doing as much damage as possible. He's going to be able to take down one, and that should guarantee at least his life in this round.
Yeah, he survives. He is going to at least have an AK in the next round. Not a lot of utility. I believe he has $60 or $600, if I'm not mistaken, after he picked up a few of those kills. So, yeah, $650, not all that much. But the rest of his teammates will at least have a buy. ABR only on a deagle, though. But it won't matter, surely, if the rifles can do what they were purchased for. And Dash on the AWP goes aggressive, looking for a long pick, but nobody going to challenge him this round.
Yeah, you can see metagaming. They've been conditioned to playing the default as well. I think one thing that we can give away to both teams on their CT sides, they've been really good at forcing their opponents to go for a bit more of a default approach and be really diligent with the way that they're playing the map, because everyone's afraid of the information pushes. And again, Isurus are going to go for something similar. Luchov actually might catch a perfect timing. There's the flash, and yep, Leo Monster wasn't looking the right way, but Allison is there for the refrag. This is good. This is a 1-for-1, but there is still the AWP towards the back of the side, which is going to be really tough to deal with. The bomb already committed to the tunnels, but you have Desh on the other side of the map. I wonder, do you really want to isolate him in that way? And, well, they don't. They want to use him. They want to make sure that they get something out of that Ops position, and, well, they will. He's going to pick up one.
Now metagame, and they're going to make their way across.
Yeah, but that's giving away the intentions. Now they know what's going on. They know it's going to be the A-bomb side. Surely.
The only thing is, Mayern here with this AWP not knocks it, so we'll see what he can bring to the table here on the op. That molly can go down. He just needs to delay and allow maybe Deco to get into a position where he can have some impact. He is making a lot of noise here. Will he be heard by the opper? No, he won't. He won't react at all. Desh goes down. 9 seconds left on the clock. The op is still alive on Mayern. Deco will find a second, and he might look for a little bit more. It's a 3 versus 2 right now in favor of Isurus. Allison being tagged down a whole lot. Mayern will take him down. Knocks it as well. It's going to be clean from Isurus there in a 3v4 scenario. Yes, they forfeit the bomb plan, but they make sure that they do get that round. They tie this game up 11-11. And metagaming, they do have enough for a bite in this following round, but now this gets a little bit scary for the T side. I mean, Isurus are back. They're looking quite good, and even though, yes, they may give up a bomb site here or there in the retakes, they are playing it very properly.
Yeah, it's been a good CT side, you know. I want to highlight Mayer's decision-making in that scenario. You know, he realizes he's got the utility. You know, it's a pretty default combo that he used there, but when used well, you know, it can win a lot of space, a lot of time, and it's pretty much the same with the AWP. Use it wisely, you're going to be successful, and you're going to be happy about it. No money in the bank for metagaming shall they lose this round. So now we're getting into that position where I feel like if there is any pressure in the server, it should be on the T side. 5 rounds between Isurus and a semi-final spot. Noxy gonna miss away the mark just a little bit with this one. Deco, though, he's so close. They have no idea. That's a free kill for him. Leo Monster is gonna go down. It's a 3 versus 5 now, and it could be a 2 versus 5, and it will be. Reversive wins another fight. HP is low on Dash as well. This is a complete disaster for metagaming, and that round was supposed to be their recovery.
Dash goes down as well, and this one, it just gone astray for metagame. And one more time, ABR trapped towards top middle with the bomb. Well, I mean, he can move a little bit, but CTs are absolutely everywhere. And the CTs, although the job is pretty much done in the round, money needs to be kept high. They need to keep all these guns up. That is going to be the key point of this. So you can see, you know, they're not really proactively going to hunt them down. They might even let him save.
Oh
But
yeah. No need to lose anyone. No need to risk anyone in that scenario. You've done your job.
oh, they're still pushing though. Look, once they spot him out, surely. Now, did ABR see him? No, he sees him now. Headshot there. One casualty for the CTs. Now, if they lose any more, it is a little bit silly. That smoke goes down. You let him save here. You don't risk
Yeah.
the ops.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
maybe
what?
maybe they
You know
didn't
what
want to
they've
double up.
realized?
Maybe they didn't want to double up.
Yeah, and that's why they were like, you know what, Mayor? You're gonna play on the rifle, buddy. Noxie's been doing well enough. You know what I've realized? We're watching South Americans here. Of course they would go for the hunt. Who are they? Is that outsiders? They're not gonna let him save. Well, it's a bit of a risk, but now I guess, well, they brought back the double up. Okay, so we can't really find an excuse about this one, but hey, you know what? There's no rifle on the T side, so it might work out perfectly in the end of the day. There's the flash reverse sip. Oh, that's awkward. He's gonna go down to a Tech 9, and we all know how this one ends. Deco is gonna make sure that he doesn't give away any more space, but now they've recovered an M4. And even though there's, well, no head armor on Dash, he still has the armor, and there's still a couple more players. Mayor needs to be really careful now.
Yeah, this one is still a little bit frightening. For the CTs, he's just running around the map here looking for fights.
Yeah, and you can see the switch up. Mayor doesn't really feel comfortable sticking around towards middle when he knows there's so many pistols on the other side and he has the AWP. And wisely enough, they're going to switch it up. A bit of a defensive setup towards the A-bomb side. Only one smoke for the T's, though. This could be a problem. Noxie should get a couple kills here. There should be no way they isolate him.
Jump comes out.
Oh,
misses the first shot.
Now
Needs the
this is
support to
dangerous.
arrive. This is terrifying.
Oh, my.
He goes down. The AK needs to do the damage here.
No
but
way.
It's the T's that are picking up the kills
They've
left, right,
won
and
it.
center. How has this happened? Isurus, it's all falling apart here. And metagaming, they will tie this game up 12-12. Oh, Isurus. Once again, they just can't deal with pistols. They literally just cannot deal with Tech 9s. We've seen it a lot on Mirage. Now we're seeing it on Dust 2. On the CT side, the only way that you seem to get past them is with these kind of, you know, these kind of fast strats, because Isurus play very, very spread out. I think, really, to be honest, maybe their anti-ecos need to be reworked a little bit, because,
Yeah.
you know, like they're very, very spread out all across the map in the early instances, and they end up giving away a free kill a lot of the time.
Yeah. After having, what, a 10% conversion rate on their anti-ecos, I guess some thoughts should be brought in. It's been hella painful for these boys, you know. This was supposed to be a 13-11 round, you know, a round where you build up that economy, even rebuying the double AWP into the pistols. You know what you're going up against, and it felt like they were ready, but again, a lot of missed shots, a lot of just really awkward situations that you put yourself into. And now they go for it again. Double up setup, M4s, MP9 for Luchov. But now it's pretty much the other way around. Isurus lose that round. They're going to be in a really tough financial spot, but Reversive is there with the opening kill. And once again, as soon as we're back to the buy rounds, Metagaming just struggle in the opening endeavors. And this time it's going to be Leo Monster hitting the ground, leaving his team in a one-man deficit. Noxie getting aggressive towards short with the AWP, though. There's an Opera on the other side holding for it, but Noxie is going to win that fight. This is massive.
Yeah, it's a 5v3 now. They need to just play it a little bit safer. Allison is going to be looking for Reversive. There's the bomb as well. Does it fall right into the CTs? No, but they still do have eyes on it. And they have eyes on a 13th round. Now Reversive just completely blindsided by Kutsmaretz, who's walked his way up short. Deco is going to have to be the man to try and deal with him, and deal with him he does. ABR picks up that bomb and makes his way over towards this A site, looking for the only player that resides here for the moment. But the CTs are now making their way, just locking him in, trapping him here. Luchov head down, step made. He's going to peek up surely at a random moment. Luchov gets now off the box as ABR spots him out. Oh, the MP9 just rips him to shreds. 13-12. Isurus now only 3 rounds away from being our first team in the semi-finals here at the CCT South America second event, South America 2. Will it be Isurus? Is my question to you. The money's still there on the T side. Metagaming They have this bite. They've got max loss bonus, so if they get a bomb plant down, it's going to help as well. But again, in these buy rounds, metagaming, they just haven't looked all that promising.
No, they haven't. The pistol rounds have been where they've been able to catch Isurus off guard, but whenever they pick up the big guns, interestingly enough, and well, it's a pretty unorthodox thing, but they've been just crumbling. And you see that, I say unorthodox, you see that actually a lot when the team is struggling on their T side and they get it to the pistol round, they don't really think about it, they accept it as the lost round, and they have those set pieces and those cool ideas, they just send people running around and they hit some shots, and a lot of the time they capitalize. But the buy rounds is where you need to actually prove and show that you are the team that deserves that semifinal spot, and so far they haven't been able to do so. The contact play is not going to work out. Mayern with another free pickup. That's going to be 2 for him in the round. And just like that, they've been shut down. It's a 3 versus 5. You're looking for a way back into the round. And Desh might actually give it to you if he connects. But now he's been spotted. No one's going to peek into him. And Isurus can start rotating back towards that A-bomb side.
Yeah, ABR is up on A, but the CTs are going to be here. He gets into Goose, which is going to be a decent position if he can hold on to it. He needs his Opera to get here and help him out, but look at the util just raining over. It just makes it so difficult for really metagaming to go anywhere. ABR will find that kill. Cutsmaretz now is going to have to focus on the flank. Receive, is he going to be expecting this position? No, not at all. They slow it down, they freeze, and with 20 seconds left on the clock, they're picking up nearly all the kills. Luchov now strikes from CT. 18 seconds left, and ABR is alone. They know this. They're going to boost up and look for him. If they find this kill, it's going to be all over. Now they can just watch the cross. Cutsmaretz, he is going to have to try and swing and take them down. Spots out. Bo tries to shoot at both of them at the same time, but he doesn't get any at all. He gets taken down. Some BM them from Mayern as well, spamming the body, and rightly so. I mean, that was a very close round. Isurus should not have let that get that close, but metagaming, they played it so well, slowing it down completely.
Yeah, that could have slipped easily. Yeah. In the end of the day, they don't even get a bomb plan out of this. You know, that's a 3 versus 5 that they managed to make so close and look so competitive. And now the buy is going to be struggling just a little bit. You see 2 players picking up the Galil to have that extra util. You still have the AWP for Desh. But this is the final one. You don't get this round. You don't get a bomb plant. You're going to be left with nothing to fight in a potential last round. And oh, Noxy, he spotted him. He's going to go for the confirmation spot. Mayern once again picking up the opening kill. I'm not sure. This is maybe the 3rd or the 4th round so far this half where Mayern's been able to get an opening with the AWP. He's been so good in getting those initial kills. Oh, nearly getting a TK here.
Yeah, nearly really good at finding kills. As he nearly found his teammate's body.
Yeah, you know, a hitman doesn't really pick his enemies. He just kills everything. But speaking of which, both Desh and Allison already out of the equation. Is going to be reversive to assist Mayern in that endeavor. And it's another 5 versus 3, and they've been locked off. They can just go short. They have no other options. Well, they've been mollied off as well.
What can you do?
And an 8. It's just getting worse. They're just insulting them at that point. Make them stop.
Oh, they drop into CT. Well, Leo does anyway, and he drops into his death. Now, metagaming down to just Cutsmaretz and ABR, and are they going to try B? Looks like they're considering it.
I think you save, by the way.
Yeah, I think you saved the op.
Yeah, it's a 2 versus 5. You're not going to have a single rifle win the next round. Let that sink in. You just want to stay alive right now.
That's tough. It's tough, man. That's a really tough situation to find yourself in. And Isurus will find themselves on a map at a series point, and they now are only 1 round away, Ted. 1 round from taking a 2-0 and booking their place in the semi-finals. Our first semi-finalists, and well, they will be, of course, facing off against the winners of either Corinthians or Fluxo, which is going to be our next best of 3. That if this game does finish, it will be taking place in around 50 minutes or so. But now, final round, 3 map and series points for Isurus. Metagame, and they need to be perfect if they want to stay in the event, as it looks like they might just fall at the quarterfinals for the 2nd time in the CCT.
Yeah, Isurus getting eliminated in that same stage in the previous edition might be able to make it look a little bit better this time around. A semi-final spot You're just knocking on the door. You're waiting for them to open. Well, they didn't want to open, but you're going to break through. This is a third round in a row where mejor picks up an opening kill with the AWP, and it might be all that it takes. 24 and 18. He's had a phenomenal game with the AWP, even though he's not the main oper. He's still been able to showcase his prowess. And now Metagaming just needs to hope for a crazy play to work out. Something like Kutsmares pushing through a smoke on shift. That's a crazy play, but it's again mejor to shut him down. 25 and counting. He doesn't want to play no more rounds here. He doesn't want no games no more. I'm pretty sure there was a song like that. There should be.
It probably is, but I'm not too
Yeah.
sure about it. What I am sure is that Metagaming need to find the kills, and they need to find them now. Through the smoke comes ABR, right into Deco, finds that kill, knocks it under pressure as Leo Monster makes his way up onto the site. A massive kill found, but he needs to find the Opper, not going to be able to do so. Luchev comes through CT to get that one. 30 seconds left. Allison, the bomb on his back, he needs a 1v3 to stay alive in this event, as mejor holds the cross for Allison, maybe to go for the peak. He can get the molly down towards tunnel, scoped in. Oh,
Nope.
to get out. Oh, that nearly cost him his life. 20 seconds. He's got nowhere to go. He's trapped. He is locked in. And Isurus are our first semi-finalist